Follow, share, and subscribe to our channel to never miss a new video. Stay updated with all our latest stories and content. Etruscans revealed 3 cultural mysteries that still puzzle historians. Long before the rise of the mighty Roman Empire, an ancient civilization thrived in central Italy, known as the Etruscans. Mysterious, sophisticated, and influential, the Etruscans shaped much of early Roman culture, yet their civilization remains enigmatic to this day. Despite centuries of research, many aspects of their society continue to puzzle historians and archaeologists. Here are 3 of the most fascinating and unresolved mysteries about the Etruscans. The Etruscan language, a puzzle that defies translation. One of the greatest mysteries of the Etruscan civilization is their language. Unlike Latin, Greek, or any of the languages spoken in neighboring ancient civilizations, the Etruscan language is unlike anything we know. Despite the discovery of hundreds of inscriptions and texts, scholars have yet to fully decipher the language. Etruscan texts can be found in the form of inscriptions on tombs, pottery, and even on large stone monuments, but attempts to translate the language have met with limited success. While scholars have managed to identify some Etruscan words and phrases, a complete understanding of the language remains elusive. The key to unlocking this puzzle may lie in finding more extensive and varied inscriptions, but for now, the Etruscan language remains one of the most stubborn linguistic mysteries of ancient history. Etruscan religion and beliefs, a world of gods and rituals. The Etruscans were deeply religious people, with a complex belief system that involved many gods and supernatural forces. Their pantheon was rich and diverse, including gods that the Romans later adopted into their own religion, such as Jupiter and Venus. However, the full extent of their religious practices and beliefs remains unclear. The Etruscans left behind many temples, shrines, and inscriptions devoted to their gods, but much of their religious life was centered on rituals that are still not completely understood. The practice of divination, the reading of omens in the entrails of animals, was particularly important to the Etruscans, and they believed that the gods communicated with them through these signs. While some of these practices were absorbed by the Romans, the deeper meaning and structure of Etruscan religion continue to be a mystery. Another fascinating aspect of Etruscan religion was their belief in the afterlife. Etruscan tombs are filled with vibrant wall paintings that depict banquets, feasts, and games, all meant to provide comfort and luxury for the deceased in the afterlife. These tombs give a glimpse into their belief that death was not an end, but a transition to another world. Yet, despite the wealth of burial sites discovered, we still know very little about the full scope of their spiritual and religious practices. 3. Etruscan art and architecture, masters of innovation. The Etruscans were skilled artisans and architects, known for their intricate artwork and advanced building techniques. They were responsible for introducing the arch to Italy, a fundamental architectural feature that would later be perfected by the Romans. The Etruscans also excelled in metalworking, pottery, and sculpture, and their art often depicted scenes of daily life, mythology, and religious rituals. One of the most intriguing aspects of Etruscan art is the way it blends Greek, Middle Eastern, and local Italic styles. This fusion of influences points to a civilization that was not only advanced in its own right, but also well connected to other cultures. Etruscan tombs are filled with stunning frescoes, jewelry, and bronze sculptures that reflect their highly developed sense of beauty and craftsmanship. However, despite these remarkable achievements, there is still much about Etruscan art and architecture that remains shrouded in mystery. For example, the purpose of certain architectural features, such as the use of large, open-air courtyards in their cities, is not fully understood. Similarly, many of the decorative motifs found in Etruscan art seem to have meanings that are not easily deciphered. What these artworks and buildings symbolize in the context of Etruscan culture is still a subject of much debate. Conclusion: an enduring enigma. The Etruscans left behind a legacy that influenced the Roman world in profound ways, from religion and architecture to art and social structure. Yet, despite centuries of study and exploration, they remain an enigma. The lack of a complete understanding of their language, religious practices, and artistic expressions ensures that the mysteries of the Etruscans will continue to intrigue historians and archaeologists for generations to come. While we may never fully uncover all the secrets of this ancient civilization, the pursuit of knowledge about the Etruscans allows us to better understand the complexities of human culture and the ways in which past societies have shaped the world we live in today. The Etruscans may remain shrouded in mystery, but their impact on history is undeniable, and their story continues to captivate our imagination. 4. Etruscan society, rulers or merchants? One of the most fascinating and puzzling aspects of the Etruscan civilization is its social structure and governance. Historians have long debated whether the Etruscans were ruled by a monarchy or a more democratic system. The evidence is sparse, but the mystery deepens when we consider their political organization. Etruscan society seems to have been composed of powerful city-states, each ruled by a lucumone, a leader or ruler, but it's unclear whether these leaders were hereditary monarchs or elected officials. What is certain is that Etruscan cities were politically independent, each with their own set of customs and governance, yet they shared a common culture, language, and religious practices. Archaeological evidence, such as inscriptions and artifacts, suggest that the Etruscans were skilled traders and merchants, with extensive networks reaching as far as the Mediterranean. This opens up the question of whether their political structure was influenced more by their merchant class than by warrior kings. Were the Etruscans a civilization built on commerce and trade, or was their power rooted in military conquest? This question remains unanswered, adding to the intrigue surrounding their civilization. 5. The Etruscan influence on Rome, a legacy of knowledge and culture. Another mysterious aspect of the Etruscans lies in their deep influence on early Roman culture. Despite being conquered by Rome in the 4th century BCE, many Etruscan practices were adopted by the Romans, including the religious rituals, the use of the arch in architecture, and even elements of their political and social systems. Some historians argue that the early Romans, particularly during the founding of the Roman Republic, may have learned much from the Etruscans, who had already established advanced urban planning, road networks, and religious practices. The Romans, who were in close contact with the Etruscans through trade and alliances, seemed to incorporate many of these aspects into their own growing empire. The question remains, how much of Roman culture was directly derived from the Etruscans? Did the Romans fully understand the significance of the Etruscan legacy, or did they simply borrow ideas and adapt them for their own use? There are also tales of the Etruscan kings of Rome, such as King Tarquin the Proud, who were believed to have been influenced by Etruscan leadership. However, much of what we know about the Roman-Etruscan relationship is based on myth and legend, leaving us with a hazy understanding of how much influence the Etruscans truly had on Roman society. What if these ancient findings hold the key to the very foundations of civilization? What if the city beneath the pyramids and the medallion are the missing pieces that explain how the ancient Egyptians were able to achieve such remarkable feats of engineering, art, and spirituality? The quest to uncover the truth is far from over. As the research continues, the team will expand their efforts, conducting more scans, excavations, and studies. And as the world watches, the possibility of further revelations looms large. Could there be more secrets waiting to be revealed? Only time will tell. A call to adventure. This discovery serves as a reminder to all of us that history is not fixed. It is waiting to be uncovered. There are still great mysteries beneath the surface, waiting to be explored. The ancient city beneath the pyramids offers an invitation to those who seek knowledge, to those who dare to question, to those who dream of unraveling the mysteries of the past. Join the journey. Be part of the adventure. The secrets of the ancient world await, and the greatest discoveries are still ahead of us. The story is just beginning. The hidden world beneath the pyramids is still being uncovered, and each day brings us closer to understanding the civilization that built these extraordinary monuments. Will we uncover the ultimate truth about the ancient Egyptians? Will we find answers to the final revelation, a legacy for the future? As the last layers of mystery are peeled back from beneath the sands of Giza, one thing becomes abundantly clear. The discoveries of the underground city and the Medallion of Unity are not just historical revelations, they are invitations. Invitations to unlock the wisdom of the past, to understand the deep connection between humanity and the divine, and carry that knowledge into the future. Maximizing the technology that has brought us closer to these ancient truths, researchers now stand on the precipice of something far greater than just an archaeological achievement. The exploration of the hidden world beneath the pyramids is just the beginning of a deeper, more profound journey into the heart of ancient Egyptian spirituality, culture, and knowledge. What will we learn next? What mysteries will we solve? As the world watches, the excitement is palpable. What we uncover beneath these ancient structures could redefine our understanding of the past and propel us forward into an era of unprecedented discovery. The legacy of the ancient Egyptians is not just etched in stone. It is alive in the curiosity and determination of those who continue to seek out the forgotten truths. The journey to unravel the full story of Giza, its pyramids, and its hidden treasures is ongoing. Each new discovery, each uncovered chamber, adds another chapter to the story that has captivated mankind for centuries. The ancient world long buried beneath the sands is speaking to us once more. Will we listen? Will we uncover the final truths that have eluded us for so long? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this story is far from over. Conclusion. The Etruscan puzzle continues. The Etruscans were an advanced and fascinating civilization that continues to captivate the minds of historians and archaeologists. Their language remains a cryptic puzzle. Their religious practices are still not fully understood, and their influence on the Roman Empire is both profound and mysterious. From their unexplained decline to their lasting impact on Roman culture, the Etruscans remain an enduring enigma in the annals of ancient history. Though many aspects of their culture remain unsolved, one thing is clear. The Etruscans left a lasting legacy that continues to shape our understanding of ancient civilizations. The secrets of the Etruscans may never be fully revealed, but their mysteries continue to inspire scholars and enthusiasts alike, keeping their fascinating story alive for generations to come.